Alright, hey guys, Netshot here. Uh, the reason I'm doing this video is I would like to create some kind of a guide for basically P5 and P6 of the territory battles to kind of help to ensure that everyone is inching towards completing all 6 waves on every single combat mission. The reason I'm doing this today in P4 is because first of all I'd like to have feedback on my content, feedback on how much I talk during battles. Is it enough explanation? Is it not enough explanation? Also, as most of you might know, I'm not a native English speaker, so I have kind of a interesting accent for sure. And yeah, I also like to have some kind of feedback on that in regarding what can I change to make it more clear, more understandable, stuff like that. Alright, let's jump right into it. Things I won't do today and I will do next day. I won't go over modding today because that takes a lot of time and I don't want to take that much time shooting this today. And I won't do ships. The reason I won't do ships because if you have the capital ship to attend the battle, it's really easy and it requires basically no strategy. So I just don't feel why I should do guide about ships, not even in P6. I think almost everyone whose game didn't crash while doing the ship command mission was able to clear all 3 stages, unless you couldn't even attempt it. Anyway, let's jump right into it. Specifically on the south combat mission, I'm going to use resistance. For P4, I use Rey right now. I could use BB-8 instead of her, but she's still fine here. And for those who don't have BB-8, because I know some of you guys don't have BB-8 at 7 stars. For those in P6, that's not too relevant. Alright. So let's see what we got here. Alright, the first thing I'm always doing when entering battle is entering a wave specifically, is checking what kind of opponents do we face. It is important to know which foes do what. So here we have an elite stormtrooper. What you have to know about him is he counters. So unless I daze him, which I can't because I don't have the Zeta on Rey and I don't have any other daze mechanic on a resistance team. So unless I can daze or stun him, he's gonna counter and that's gonna hurt. Which is painful, so yeah, the strategy in these guys is basically stun them, daze them, or isolate them, but that's not that good of an idea in my opinion because they hit reasonably hard. Another interesting or rather annoying opponent here, the Stormtrooper Commander, who most of you guys should know pretty well already. They are the ones who are throwing out the taunts and the protection buffs, and they are the ones responsible for those ugly turn meter chains when you just get chain attacked down and it lights out without you getting a turn. Another one whose abilities you should be familiar with is the ATST driver. The annoying thing about them is they can cleanse debuffs from a target ally, which can be pretty important if you land those ability blocks, stuns, dazes, buff immunities, stuff like that. So basically what you need to do with him is ability block him or kill him. Maybe he's not a priority target because he does very little amount of damage, but still, it's not good if he gets a turn. And maybe let's start with Poe. Nice, reasonable amount of explosive sticking, and the buff immunity is ticked. It was important to buff immunity this guy because the commanders always throw their buffs on the healthiest ally if they drop below 100% health. So what I'm gonna do here actually is drop him below 100%. He should have put his taunt on this guy because he's an elite. He has much more health compared to the rest of the guys. So what I did here is basically prevented his buff completely. So that's a pretty good strategy to throw buff immunity to the healthiest toon, if you can determine who the healthiest toon is. It's sometimes hard, sometimes with multiple elites around, it's hard to say which one has the most health. That cases, usually you should just hit a few times some of the elites and throw the buff immunity on the one you didn't hit at all, and you can then calmly trigger these guys special. Alright, I'm gonna stun him. I want to stick expose somewhere. Well, he didn't. It's not a problem. Let's remove Terminator, or not remove Terminator. Anyway, it doesn't really matter, honestly, in this stage. Let's get Foresight. Let's put some with block here as well. Let's kill this guy. I don't want to trigger his counter. Because if they counter, they also call assist, so it's actually worse to trigger his counter than letting him get a turn, in my opinion, in this stage. Yeah, I get hit once, but that's what kind of alright. Alright, no elites here. Basically, what I'm just gonna do here is basically go after these guys because they can heal and it's annoying. Expose sticking, kind of okay-ish. That's not a lot of osmosis, but still fine. Alright, ready for the kill. Let's throw an expose here. Let's throw another. He refuses to do it anyway. I'm just gonna use his basic. It's gonna die anyway. And they have reasonable amount of turn meter, so I'm not gonna try to throw an expose out there. Alright, again, pretty easy enemies. These Stormtrooper ops are rather annoying than dangerous. If they are elites, they can be dangerous, but just simple Stormtrooper ops are no real danger, but I'm still gonna go after him first, wait for the kill, getting the offense up nicely as well. Just gonna go after the droid. Put this on a Stormtrooper in case he would get a turn, prevent his taunt, make him waste a turn, but it's not gonna happen. But anyway, just it could have happened, and if it happens that he gets a turn, it should make him waste it, basically. Through an ability, buff immunity there as well. Kill him. This should. This did not finish. Nice explosive bow. Nice one, buddy. Anyway. Next phase. Alright, we have Elite Stormtrooper again. What I'm gonna do is kill this TIE Fighter. He is no real danger, but still he's annoying around. Gonna expose him. Expose him. Come on, Paul. Get a turn. I'd like to put some nice buff immunity on him. Finally. Alright, now it's time to trigger those buffs, and again, no buffs thrown anywhere because it would have gone onto this snowtrooper, but it couldn't, so buff negated, which is nice. Alright, let's kill that guy. Let's put something here, let's stun him. Alright, what I'm gonna do now is go for the expose because I don't really want them to get turns. Expose RNG is really shitty today, but as you can see, even with shitty expose RNG, it's reasonably easy. So even if I got hit like 2 times or 1 time. I don't know, and it doesn't really matter. Uh, so even if I got hit, it's nothing relevant so far. Alright, let's stun him. And if he's already stunned, let's kill him even. Goes up, so good news. That's unfortunate. But still fine. How's the turn meters? Oh, turn meters are almost full. I don't really want to trigger that one just yet. Just throw out some explosives. And yeah, that's another thing with resistance team. If you check the turn meter states and almost all of your guys are at full turn meter, it's not really worth it to trigger the explosives. Simply because you're wasting the amount of turn meter you could get, and it's better off throwing at others in so you can trigger them later. That's what I did when I didn't hit the exposed target previously. Alright, where's more health? Let's get TIE Fighter, the others ones stunned. Okay, let's stun him too. Let's not. Let's kill him then. Put some explosives. How's the turn meters? It's fine, let's trigger it anyway. Let's kill him. And let's kill him, and those abilities ready. Now, final stage, it's relatively easy, not a single Stormtrooper Commander, any Stormtrooper Commander even, so that's nice. 2 Ellie Snowtroopers, but that's fine, all you need to do is stun them. Another thing, which is pretty commonly known by now, about the airstrike specifically, is that's why I don't really want to trigger their counters, because yeah, as you can see, it caused a reasonable amount of allies to assist, and it could hurt. If it was phase 6, it could be trouble. So back to the airstrike. When first coming into territory battles, it was advised to use the airstrike with your weakest toon, because why not? He is useless, he doesn't really contribute. You're better off using your airstrike with him. Now, by now we learned that if you use the airstrike with a strong attacker, that way the airstrike is much more devastating, dealing a lot more damage. So what I'm gonna do here now is use the airstrike with Rey. It didn't do too much, but it's still nice. Let's try to stun this guy. Nice. He's stunned. What I'm gonna do here is, since 3 other guys are at full turn meter, I'm just gonna attack another guy, try to put another expose up there. He's ticked. Let's kill that guy now. Yeah, let's kill him. And just continue on. Basically the battle is already over. I already won. That was a mistake, by the way. I should have stunned this guy. Not that it matters, but I should have done that. Alright, I'm just gonna quickly finish this off. And done. 6/6 completed. So basically that's kind of some resistance strategy. The main thing is to use both buff immunity wisely and smartly. And if you do that, you're fine. You're gonna be fine. With BB-8 in the later stages, in phase 5 and phase 6, it's really gonna be even more easier. With the amount of turns they take, with the amount of exposes, you can basically use Illuminated Destiny almost every wave. And sometimes you don't even need to. You are not forced to use it, because you can beat it without it. As you could see, Rey, basically what Rey did here is just speed up the battle. Speed up the pace of the battle. Without Rey, I could have still won. She on the single thing she contributes is damage, nothing else, which is fine. We'll win the damage dealer. We don't have infinite time to do our combat missions, but still she's not essential. And BB-8 with the explosives, with the damage buff, with the potency, with the tenacity down, with the daze, even if you have... What the hell was this? Oh, anyway. So with the... where did I stop it? Oh, and so with the daze, if you have the Omega, his basic, he's really useful. Much more useful than Ray, in my opinion. I was wrong in this previously, and first when BB-8 came out, and I was asked whether BB-8 or Ray is more useful. I always said Ray because I like her and I like that she speeds up the battle, but by now I realized that BB-8 is actually a lot better, especially in later phases when the stages, each wave actually lasts long enough to reset the cooldown of Illuminated Destiny. Alright, since we cannot attempt this, because we are like 4 shards short on Rolo, I won't do this one. What I'm gonna do here is do the Rebel only mission. On this one, I'm gonna use my clones, but I don't really wanna record it. First of all, the video is already getting pretty damn long, and the clones are not a team that's really popular and that's really useful in the later stages. I won't even use them in the later stages because I just don't have an opportunity for it. The single non-rebel team I'm gonna use is Resistance, that's why I showed them. So I'm only gonna do this one. The Rebel only mission, let's roll without a tank, or as he says, or switch out Han Solo. Tough decision. Let's check the platoons first. Whether I can... Oh, I already done Temper 10 here. How about here? Oh, also Temper 10. Anyway, let's get into battle. I'm gonna use base just because of... anyway, as good as I'm gonna use base. It still should be kind of easy. Alright, so nothing special here, just gonna AoE burn them. That should almost kill those guys. No, it's not even close. Anyway, their counters, they are basically committing suicide while doing AoE, so that's fine by me. Okay, here's the first kind of problematic tune. What I can do here, I can still throw up buff immunity to tunes, but the tricky part is this attack, use the force, deals quite a lot of damage. So unlike Poe's Taunt, which is a non-damage ability, so you can throw buff immunity wherever you want, basically, and prevent debuffs. Throwing this on the tune with the most HP is kind of tricky, because it deals an insane amount of damage. Yeah, it's basically one-shot the tune. So what I'm gonna do with this guy is I'm just gonna leave him last and kill everyone else around him. It's gonna buff everyone, but that's fine. These guys are gonna... I'm just gonna let this guy AoE me and commit suicide. Yep, like that. And now he's gonna throw up his buff on himself, but again, that's fine. I'm not gonna waste his dispel on him. Not worth it. Alright, that's something more tricky. These guys, these elite Stormtrooper commanders, they have around, I don't want to say something stupid, but around 70% chance to gain an additional turn when they use a special ability, and they have quite a lot of special abilities. So what I'm gonna try to do here is stun him with R2 kind of prevent that. And the reason I'm going after these no trooper ops because they're throwing a tenacity down and they're removing my buffs, which is kind of annoying. So I'm just gonna try to kill those guys quickly. Do I wait? It's gonna kill that guy for sure, but gonna trigger the taunt on both of these guys. Does it worth it? Yes, it probably does. Alright, both of them goes there as expected. That's fine. Yeah, now the counters are hitting that guy, which is nice. I'm just gonna do this, kill this guy, remove him. That's fine. I don't really care about target lock that much right now. Apply burn. Another thing with these pro droids, they remove stealth with that ability they did previously, which he did previously, which also applies target lock. So I generally don't really like to use R2 stealth cloak field, is the name of the ability, I think. I generally don't really like to use that ability when a pro droid is around and I'm not planning to kill it anytime soon. Now I killed it, but yeah, sorry. Just gonna remove that taunt and move on. Kill these guys quickly. Next stage, please. Alright, stun here. No stun here. Well, that's unfortunate. Then let's kill this guy. He's the main damage dealer here. Do I remove Terminator here or here? I think here. Let's slow him at least. That also doesn't stick. Anyway, offense down is nice. Alright, let's leave him. He's gonna commit suicide now. No, he's not gonna. So let's kill him. I don't really have any AoE other than the airstrike, which I'm stupid. I do have an AoE. Anyway, that was a stupid move, which I did last time. But it's alright. It's not gonna matter that much. Let's kill this guy before he explodes. Do I need to? It's 10 meters going. I don't need to use that ability. Oh, he got below full health because of that. That's fine. Yeah, I should concentrate more. Let's kill everyone now. Everyone who's relevant, I mean. Okay. Another elite snowtrooper commander. I'm gonna try to stun him again with R2. Hopefully it sticks now. Yes, it does. Nice. The thing is, if it was a later phase, I would 100% use the force on this guy. But right now I'm afraid if I use the force, I'm gonna remove all of his protection. He's gonna throw a taunt there, which I really would like to avoid. On the other hand, I do have base at 100% Terminator, but I'm not sure if I have his display already, so I'm just gonna remove Terminator here. And hit him again. I do have. It was kind of a stupid move then. I should be paying more attention, but apparently I did not. Let's stun him now. Beautiful. Let's kill him next time. Gonna kill him with R2's AoE probably. Yeah, some kind of chain buffing, but it's fine. R2's not gonna take a turn before. Let's kill him then. Let's kill Probe Droid. Let's stun this guy. Let's kill the probe droid. Alright. Let's put buff immunity here. Remove the buff there. This guy's gonna go first, so stun him, then kill him, maybe. Can I kill him? Probably not, but I'm still gonna try. Stun this guy. Nice. Stun there. Hit him here. Hit him again. Burn. Let's shoot. It was like I'm gonna kill him, but I didn't. Anyway, only one elite. It's nice. Kind of annoying elite, but still just one. That's pretty painful. That would be pretty painful if I would not have the airstrike, which I'm gonna use with CS, and hopefully that's gonna be kind of devastating. And I almost have bait at 100% thermometer, so he will be able to remove every single buff with his AoE. So let's see if I can double, so I can wipe everyone. Almost, not this guy, not even close on this guy, but almost everyone. Let's kill both the rest of the guys. Alright. Stun. No stun. Let's kill him then. And that's gonna be it. Alright. This rubber run was kind of sloppy. Sorry about it. But yeah, you can see the general idea how I would like to do this kind of videos. So again, any kind of feedback is much appreciated. Should I talk more in detail about my decisions? Should I talk less? Was it way too long? Was it too short? Was it informative enough or not? Is my accent horrible and I should not bother doing this at all? Or it's fine, it's understandable? Let me know, please. Either in Discord, not either, in Discord, please. Either DM me or just throw it in the general chat. Alright, see you guys next time.